Hello, Dan. My name is Casey Hedrick. Welcome to my office today. I've been a sports psychologist for 6 years now. What brings you in today, Dan?
Feel just like lately, I was starting off really well this year, and just more recently, I haven't been hitting well.
Right.
Like I don't know what's off. Something's going on. Um, yeah, like I feel like I don't know if it's pressure or what. I just feels like I can't focus. Just not as confident as I was, and then now I'm taken out to the field. I've always been a good fielder.
Okay.
I feel like my struggles at the plate are messing me up out there, and I just feel kind of lost.
Okay. Now, Dan, I'm gonna hopefully after our meeting today, you kind of have a better idea of how we can get you back to being focused, back to playing your best. That's my goal is to get you back to how you're used to playing. That way you're comfortable. Now, I do want to ask you, Dan, how long has this struggle been going on for you? This small slump that you're in, as we call it, in the terms of baseball.
It's been the last few weeks now, I'd say.
Last few weeks? Okay.
Yeah,
You say it's in the batter's box and in the field as well, correct?
yeah, I'd say it's my struggles at the plate are carrying out to the field, and they're kind of connected.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's something we're definitely going to try to fix for you, make you feel more at ease. All right. Now, I do want to ask you, Dan, playing baseball. How long have you been playing baseball?
Phew. Since I was little, and
Since you were little.
my dad coached me up through high school. I've always been around the game.
Yeah.
I love
That's good.
playing. Something I've always
Yeah.
basically,
Always been passionate about it.
yeah. It's just I've always been something. It's just something I do.
Yeah. That's good. I can definitely relate. Whenever I was back in my younger days, I played baseball ever since I was little. Same thing. My dad was, a high school baseball coach, get me around the game for as long as I can remember. I would show up to practices, games. I would help him all the time. He always pushed me to play baseball. My whole family played. So I can relate to where you're coming from. I feel like, there's a lot of stress in it, a lot of pressure, and you definitely have to learn how to cope with it. And trust me, I had some times too where I got in slumps. I was, stressed out. I was nervous, was in a funk. So I know exactly where you're coming from. I've been there, Dan. I've been there. So like I said, we're going to try to work through it today and try to get your focus back and get rid of the nerves, and whether that be your pregame routine, what you do just before the game, even during the game, we're going to see what we can do for you today. And just remember too, anything we talk about is completely confidential. I'm not going to run to your coaches and tell them what we talked about or call them after our meeting and tell them, hey, like Dan's nervous, he's stressed out. I wouldn't do that. All right, like I said, everything between us is confidential. And don't mind me as well, Dan. I'm taking some notes while we go through an interview as well. I'm trying to make sure I jot stuff down that what I think I can help you with for today.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so Dan, my next question for you, not to get off topic here, but I know since you play baseball, you're obviously a big fan. You've been around the game your whole life. Who's your favorite baseball team?
Well, this is a little tough to admit right now, but I'm an Orioles fan.
The Baltimore Orioles. Oh, Dan, I'm with you. That's my favorite team as well. That's really good to hear. So you can feel, my pain then whenever we're doing, not very well this year.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in OSIM my whole life. Whenever I was younger, my parents used to always take me every summer. We'd go to 4 or 5 games a year, and I would always go to Camden Yards, and I just love the ballpark. Great place. Did you ever go to any games when you were younger at Camden Yards?
Yeah, I've been to a lot.
Yeah,
My
that's good.
parents, when I was little, my best friend and his dad, we go all the time.
Oh,
Now he lives in Baltimore, so I can go
oh,
visit.
really? Oh, that's really nice then. Got a little connection there. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's really
Nice.
nice.
Now, I do know we're struggling, right? As a fan, you know that as well. We got rid of some of our better players. We got rid of, the Adam Jones of the world. Got rid of Manny Machado. All of our great players, even some pitchers we got rid of. How do you think the future is looking for us?
I'm actually pretty optimistic.
Pretty optimistic.
Pretty good hires. They've had success.
Yes, I
Yes.
do think Coach Hyde, I think he's a good hire. What he did with the Cubs, I think that's definitely a good one.
And Mike Elias at GM.
Yes.
Seems like we finally have a plan. And
Yes, I like that. Yeah, I feel like before with Dan
growing
Duquesne, we
things.
never really had a good plan. We just kind of went
And
with it from year to year.
yeah,
So I like how they're getting draft picks. They're taking it seriously. They're trying to build up the minor league system and you know get people to work through and come to the big leagues. And I think we'll be okay in the future. It's going to take a few years, but
Yeah.
I think we're going to turn it around. Pretty
Thanks.
confident. So that and the guy we just got in the draft, first overall, I
Ooh,
think he's going to
Coach
be very good too. Yes, I think he's going to be a stud.
I'm very excited.
Yes, great catcher. He can hit as well. He's very smart. I like him. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him play.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. All right, Dan. So I know you've been around baseball your whole life, like we talked about. Now I do have to ask you a really important question here. Are you having fun with the game right now, or does it feel more like a job to you currently?
For most of the year, it was still fun. I've always enjoyed
Right.
it.
Yeah. I mean, it should be fun. It's something you play all your life. You obviously probably chose and wanted to play in college. It's definitely something you had to look forward to and have a love for the game.
Yeah, and it's kind of frustrating because I know I still love the game, but right now I don't really want to have to deal with it.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not.
I
Yeah.
know it's
Doesn't
not
feel
gonna
like
go
yourself.
well.
Yeah. And you said you're under a lot of pressure too, right? You're a senior captain, and you feel like the team looks up to you. Your coaches look up to you. That's a lot of pressure. That's tough to cope with. Now,
Yeah,
you said your team won the division last year as well, correct?
yeah,
Yeah. And a lot of guys came back.
yeah. We have a lot of guys back.
Right. So yeah, that adds a lot of pressure too.
Yeah, and I feel like as a senior, I want to play well, set the tone for the younger
Right.
guys coming
Yeah.
in.
Absolutely. Now, something to keep in mind too, Dan. I know you're the senior captain. But at the same time, you don't have to put all that pressure on yourself. You can let other guys step up and help take on that leadership role. That's the whole team atmosphere we talk about. I'm sure your coaches talk about that as well to you.
Yeah, I try to tell myself that, but once I get out there, I feel like I have to take control.
Yeah, that's understandable. As a senior captain, you definitely want to have control of the team and show the team and your coaches that you're capable of being that leader. Now, the next thing I want to ask you, Dan, is how's the team performance been compared with your performance? How's the team doing performance-wise?
The team has been great. We started out great. We kept that up through. I mean, you have occasional loss, but I mean, we've been pretty strong all year. I felt good at the beginning. I was playing well. Everyone else was playing well.
Right.
Yeah,
That's good. Hey, teams winning, that's always good. That helps maybe a little bit with the slump that you're still doing well. Um, how do you feel like your performance has been compared to the team though? Has it been up to your standards? Have the coaches said anything to you about your performance?
no one's really said anything, but I can just feel it. Like everyone's,
Right. You feel like all eyes are on you.
they're gonna assume I'm gonna get out. I
Right.
know I'm gonna get out.
Yeah. And
You know,
that's tough to deal with. It's tough for you to get in your zone and stay focused when you're worried about that.
yeah,
That
I
would
feel like
definitely be
we
tough.
move down in the lineup pretty soon. All these struggles. I
Now,
don't want to do
where
that.
are you hitting in the lineup right now, Dan? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm still hitting second,
Second. Okay, that's good.
but yeah, feels like might not be much longer.
Yeah. Well, like I said, hopefully, things turn around. I think they will. You're a great player. You're a senior captain for a reason. I think it's only a matter of time before you change it around. I think some ways we can do that for today is to help you get that focus back. Be relaxed, not be so nervous. So, Dan, the next thing I want to talk to you about, obviously baseball, it's a team sport. It takes 9 players to start. There's more people in the team as well. So what is your relationship like with your teammates right now?
I think it's still good.
So
Uh,
pretty good.
yeah, I mean, every team has little dust ups once in a while,
Right.
but
Yeah.
for the most
Definitely.
part,
See, in a long season, you're together all the time during practices, meetings, especially if you live with some of the players. Now, do you live with some of the players you play
yeah,
with?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All of my best
Now,
friends.
how's that setting whenever all of you are living together? Pretty good. All
It's
along.
mostly fine. It puts me in a weird spot because 2 of my friends are battling for the same starting spot.
Really? You all live together?
Yeah, and they don't have. It doesn't really create any problems, but you just feel the tension sometimes. It can be a little.
Yeah, I can believe that. And plus, since you live there, it's kind of tough to get away from all that tension. And as a senior captain, you're friends with both of them. You feel like sometimes you're maybe caught in the middle.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough to navigate sometimes.
definitely. Now, do either one of them come to you for advice on the situation, or they kind of let you be with it?
No, we might be like too close
Okay.
for them to both
Now,
be giving me.
something I could suggest here, Dan. Since you're with those players all the time, you lived with some of them, and two of them are your closest friends, and they're battling for a spot. Something you could do if there's a lot of tension in the house at a certain time, that could be when you leave to go take those walks that you talk about. To get your focus back, to by yourself and just be calm. Put your music in, go for a walk. Do something like that to get yourself out of that situation because you have enough pressure as it is on you, enough stress you're dealing with. So the last thing you want to do is add more to that. You don't want to just keep building up and building up until you deal with the other stuff first and learn to cope with that. I think
Yeah,
that's something you could try.
yeah. I was doing that earlier in the season, and I guess recently I've just been too
Right.
tired to even leave.
Yeah, I'm getting away from it a little bit. I got you.
Like leaving.
Yeah, definitely. Now, the next thing, Dan, what's your relationship like with your coaches? How's that been for you?
I mean, pretty good. They haven't really said anything to me, but I just
Okay.
feel
Have they
pressure.
said anything about your play recently? Now you said you're kind of in a slump. Have they mentioned
No,
about it?
no. I can sense the frustration.
Okay.
They don't really know how to help,
Yeah.
and
Have they talked to you personally about this, or they just kind of, you know, let you be? They know that you'll come around eventually.
yeah, I think that's what they're banking on because they know
Okay.
like I'm an older guy. I'll probably
Right.
figure it out. They don't want to push too hard.
Yeah. Well, now this is one positive thing you can think with that, Dan. Is since they're not calling you in for a meeting, they know you're a senior captain. They're kind of letting you be. They're like, hey, Dan's a good player. We trust him to figure it out. So that's something too. They obviously have a lot of faith in you. So you should definitely have some faith in yourself. You know what you bring to the table as a player, as a teammate, as a captain. It's only a matter of time before you right the ship and get back to how you're used to playing. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean that is comforting.
All right, so Dan, the next thing I want to talk to you about is, obviously you're struggling with your focus for the game. What's your pre-game night before routine like before a game? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
When things are going well, um, I would try to get like a good night's sleep night before, not staying out, partying or anything, having a decent hour dinner,
Yeah, that's good.
bed, and wake up, have a nice breakfast, like not like a Pop Tart, have something good.
Yeah, definitely something nutritious.
Yeah,
Most important meal of the day. I'm a
yeah.
big breakfast fan as well. Now, just to rewind a little bit here, Dan, what else do you do at night before a game to help get yourself relaxed? Is there a certain go-to method or thing that you do
I
besides
like to
the good dinner?
yeah, I like to take a little walk maybe
A
around
little
town,
walk. That's good. Clear the head. Get focused. Thinking about
listen
the
to some
game.
music, kind of separate myself from the rest of the world and just lock in.
I like that. That's good. Get in the zone. Like you said, music calms you down. There's studies that prove that. A lot of your major league players now they do that. They're in their pregame routine, even the night before. They'll listen to music. They'll kind of stick to themselves, go for a walk, maybe get in that zone, get in that mindset. Game ready. Now, what about game day? Whenever you get to the ballpark, what's something you do as part of your pregame routine?
I like to get there pretty early,
Pretty
uh,
early. That's good.
pull out the scouting reports, pull up the video, check out the opposing pitcher.
Nice.
Um, I'm an infielder. Try to take a look at where guys are hitting it, where I'm going to be shifted that day.
Yeah, that's good, especially with being a senior captain. You look at the scouting report, that's important. You might see stuff that your coaches might not see or other players need to see. You can help keep them on pace with that. So that's a good thing.
And I guess lately it's been a little more condensed. I haven't had as much time. It's like
Right.
I'm rushing. I'm not always first one there. I'm more in the middle. It feels like sometimes it just kind of gets me off my game
Yeah. Yeah.
walking in. People
We
are already
definitely need to get you back to, being one of the first ones there in that routine. That's when you think things are going the best for you, right? When you're the first one there. You were
Yeah, I
focused. You were in the zone.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And also, I feel like probably your other players feed off of that as well. They say, hey, Dan's here early. He's focused. Look at him. He's in the zone. He's looking at the scouting report. That might rub off on some of them as well, especially the younger guys. They probably look up to you. That can help the whole team morale, even the future of the team. It puts them in good hands. So if we can get you back to that, get you that focus, that confidence, get you there again early, have that purpose, that drive, ready to get to the ballpark, you're eager, you're ready to go, you got the right mindset, you're ready to dominate the game. That's what we need to get you back to. All right, so Dan, now talking about your slump, I have a method I want you to try. Just hear me out. This is something you would be willing to give a try. I think can definitely help you. Something you can take with you that you can use as well. Whether you're by yourself, whether you're at the ballpark trying to get focused, you think it's a method you'd want to try to help you out of the slump?
Yeah, whatever you think would help.
Okay. Now we call it imagery. Okay. With
All right.
imagery, I'm going to have you, close your eyes. You're going to take some deep breaths. We're going to talk about some times you were playing well, what it felt like, the smell in the air, how you feel, things like that. Do you think that's something you definitely want to give a try right now?
Yeah, anything.
All right, perfect. Hey, so let's give it a try. All right, so Dan, first thing I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes. Okay, good. Next thing I want you to do, Dan, I want you to take 3 big deep breaths. Breathe in, slowly breathe out. Big exhale. Good, there's one. All right, another one. Nice, good. Give me 1 big breath on this one. Big exhale. Nice. There you go, Dan. Do you feel relaxed?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, the next thing I want you to do, Dan, I want you to think of a time whenever you were playing really, really well, like at the beginning of the season. You said that you were on fire. Everything felt that it was going great. Think about when you were playing well, what did it look like? Think about that.
Everything just looks different.
Looks different. What kind of different?
Just looks like I feel like I know anything that happens, I'm going to be able to handle. Anything they throw at me, okay, I'm ready for it.
So you're in the batter's box, right? You feel like you know what the pitcher's going to throw. You feel like you're ready for anything.
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing he can throw that is going to fool me or
Good.
swing through it. I'm just going to crush anything.
Good. I'm liking the confidence, Dan. That's good. All right, now next thing is how did it feel after you had this at bat? You're confident. You're going into the field now to be on defense. How do you feel out in the field?
A lot more relaxed than I have been.
Relaxed. Yes, good. You're letting the game come to you. You're maybe not thinking about making an error or your next at bat. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Good.
Not even a concern at this
point. Good. That's good. I like where your focus is at. Now, what did it smell like? Did you smell anything in the air in the ballpark?
Nice, freshly cut grass.
Oh, yes. Fresh cut grass. I like that. Now, think about when you were playing well, what your pre-game routine looked like. How did it feel?
Just calming.
Calming. Good. Were you at the ballpark early? One of the first ones there, like you wanted to be?
Yeah, it's just me hanging out by myself, watching some film.
Good. You're setting the tone. You look at your scouting report. Excellent. All right, now, next thing I want you to do, Dan, take 1 more big, deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Good. All right, now, I want you to open your eyes for me. Good. All right, you're back with us. Now, how did you feel during that imagery exercise, during that method? Did you feel relaxed?
Yeah, it was that feeling I haven't felt in a while.
Really? That's good. That's good. Do you feel like you had control of the game again, of yourself, your focus, your intensity, your drive? Yeah.
Definitely.
Now, Dan, this is something that, we could practice again sometime. You can even take this with you. This is something you can do on your own. You can practice this. Now, there's also a bunch of professional baseball players. They use the imagery method as well. They try to get in their own zone. They do it before the game. They do it at night, their pregame routine. anything to get them focused and calm and relaxed, to get them playing their best and in the right state of mind.
Yeah, I feel like if I work that in there, that'd really be helpful for me.
Yeah, so that's definitely something you could try. We can even practice it again. Definitely takes something to master. You're not going to master it the first time you try it, but it's something each time you do it, you can get better and better. You can tell yourself how to get relaxed, what you will feel, things like that. All right, so nice job with that one, Dan. That was good.
Thank you. I really like that.
You're welcome.
Just to know that they still think highly of me, their opinion of me hasn't soured at all just because I'm struggling a little bit. So yeah, that still feels good.
Yeah, it's definitely good to know. Just like I said, it shows that they still have confidence in you, to get the job done as a senior captain. Now, when dealing with your coaches, with the pressure, the frustration, do you think that, your dad being a coach, do you think that he'd be able to give you any insider advice on how to handle it? Whether you should reach out to the coaches, whether you should just let it be, or you think he'd have some good advice for you?
I'm sure he probably would. He doesn't like to get too into things like that.
Right. Yeah, get too involved. I got you.
Not override the coaches or anything.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I think he could probably help.
Okay. Like I said, that's somebody you can reach out to as well. He'd definitely give you an honest opinion. As your dad being a former coach, he would definitely help you out with that. Now, my next question, Dan, is do you have any siblings that played sports?
Yeah, I have two brothers, one older, one younger.
Okay. Do they play baseball?
Yeah, both.
Okay, nice. Did they play at the collegiate level?
Yeah, my older brother graduated a few years ago. The younger one is just going into college.
Okay, nice. So are you pretty close with both of them that you'd be able to ask one of them, maybe the older brother, on how to deal with some things?
Yeah.
Whether it be stress, nervousness, how to get focused, how to get your mindset back, how to stay in that mindset.
Yeah, I guess from my perspective, it always seemed like he had it all figured out and he never had any troubles, but I'm sure he must have at some point.
Yeah. Now, my next question is, Dan, with him, do you ever remember seeing him in a slump himself when he was playing baseball?
I mean, I was younger, so I guess things are it's hard to look at your brother, oh, he's doing better now. He always looked good.
Yeah, I got you. Right. Like I said, I'm sure there was times there, maybe he struggled for a game in the field or at bat, and maybe if you talk to him, he can tell you on how he was able to cope with those things. How to not let the pressure get to him, how to not get down on himself. Things like that to keep you in your good mindset. That way you're being a leader for the team. The whole team morale's together. In order for the team to keep doing well. Because I know you want to win another division championship, correct?
I definitely do.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to keep that streak going, especially your senior year. You want to go out, on a good note. So, like I said, I would suggest maybe talking to your dad, who's a coach. He gave you some valuable advice. Even your brother, he's been there. He's done it. So I'm sure he could give you some great insight, on what to do, what not to do, things like that. So, is that something you'd probably feel comfortable with? Talking to one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be good. Give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, it's baseball. I'm sure he's struggled at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Dan, I can relate to that. I had brothers that played baseball as well. So the one was very, very good. I feel like I had to follow in his footsteps and be good as well. The younger one, he's still coming up, but he has great potential. So, and I always talk to my brothers about different things, and I feel like it helps me over time. So I feel like that's something I can relate to. I would definitely suggest giving it a try. That's something you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, so Dan, now to get off the baseball topic a little bit, I want to talk to you about your schoolwork. How has school been going for you? Has that been stressful at all for you?
Yeah, I mean, lately I've had more work to do. I had
Okay.
to kind of maneuver my schedule.
Right.
It's
I
a
feel
little tough.
like you're in a tough major, being a senior,
Yeah,
wrapping things up with that. It's been pretty tough.
yeah, the end is coming
Right.
pretty fast.
Yeah. It's probably exciting though at the same time, all your hard years is paying off. A lot of work went into it.
Yeah, it's all coming down to this.
Yeah. Now what is your major, Dan, if you don't mind me asking?
Sport administration.
Okay, sport administration, nice. And what are you planning to do with that once you get done with baseball after you graduate this year?
I mean, something in baseball.
Yeah,
I don't really
nice.
see it, but yeah.
That's good. That shows you still have a love for the game. Even if you're in a slump, you still have a love for the game. That's good. You want to still work on, things with baseball after your playing career is over. I like that. That's awesome to hear. So like I said, that shows me that passion is still deep down somewhere. We just got to
Uh,
bring it back out and get you playing to how you're used to playing. So,
yes.
Dean, the next thing I want to talk to you about is, what are some things from our meeting today that you took that you're going to work on to get over this stress and this nervousness and get out of this slump?
Well, I feel I definitely have to get back into my relaxing routines, things that help keep me calm.
Yep, get
Good
calm, get
mentally.
back in your routines. I like that. What else?
Uh, talk to my brothers, my dad.
That's get advice from them. They've been there. They've been through it. They have valuable advice for you. What to do, what not to do. That's good. I like that. Anything else you're gonna work on?
I want to try to implement that imagery.
Yes, imagery. That's good.
Very
Like
helpful.
that. Remember, take your deep breaths. Get relaxed, and think about a time you were playing well, what it felt like. The smell of the air. What you were doing in your pregame warm up, even your night before, your routine. That's important too, Dan. Remember, you want to have that routine. All right. Same thing that keeps you feeling relaxed, like you're in the right mindset. Whatever works, keep going with it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how do you think for the meeting today? Do you feel like it helped you at all?
Yeah,
It went pretty
definitely
well.
giving me some ideas,
Okay.
some methods, things that I think will definitely be able to help me.
All right. Well, that's good. Definitely. That definitely makes you feel better. I feel like I've been able to give you some valuable insight on some things. Now, would you be willing to meet again? Is this something you'd like to do again at some point?
Oh yeah, that's
Definitely. Okay.
been
That's good.
really helpful.
Like I said, hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. And remember, I keep it confidential. It stays between you and I. I can tell your coaches, teammates, or anybody else. What we talk about stays right here. So do you think maybe in a week or two, you want to get together and talk about some things again, see how your routines are going, your methods, the imagery, things like that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, perfect. Hey, thanks so much for coming in today, Dan. Hey, best of luck this week. You have two big games coming up. Do your best, stay relaxed. Have the focus and confidence to do what you usually do, man. All right, get back to your A game.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Perfect.